Hey guys, you're watching MattTheMusketeer, and today, as you can see, I'm playing a little bit of Rush on Sen Crossing, and today I actually have a few different subjects that I want to talk to you guys about, so I'm going to try and move through these subjects as quickly as I can. Now, to begin with, I want to say that I'm about to hit 5,000 subs. Right now, I'm about 15 subscribers away from 5k. It does not seem like 10 minutes ago since I did my 4k question and answer video. So to celebrate hitting 5k, I am going to be giving away a Rocat gaming mouse to one individual and a couple of Armor 3 Alpha keys to some other people as well. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning one of them, all you have to do is be one of my subscribers. So if you're new here and you want yourself a chance to win a Rocat gaming mouse, then hit the subscribe button. And for everyone else, then just, stay tuned. You could be a winner. Now, to celebrate 5k as well as what I did with my 4k video, I kind of did a question and answer video. This time I'm currently working on, alongside some other people, a 3-minute or kind of 3 or 4 minute short machinima kind of action sequence that I thought would be pretty cool to kind of celebrate 5k. It's not my usual style, but we thought we'd give it a go. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. That should drop hopefully kind of midweek next week, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday next week. So, stay tuned for that as well. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is actually something that showed up on Twitter either yesterday or maybe the day before, and it is supposedly a poster for Battlefield 4. Now, as I've said before, I don't like normally divulging into these kind of rumours and stuff, and the genuineness of this poster can't really be confirmed yet, so I don't want to kind of go into it too much, but it does bring up some interesting subjects that I want to talk to you guys about. Now, as you can see at the top, it says Armchair General, and this is talking about the whole idea of Commander Mode again, which a lot of people have been, spreading rumours saying that this could be back in Battlefield 4 yet. Nothing has been confirmed of that just yet, but it would be cool to see Commander Mode back in the game. It hasn't been in Battlefield 3 or any of the Bad Companies, but it was in some of the previous original Battlefield games. So a lot of the very original Battlefield fans will be pleased to see something like Commander Mode come back into the game, but of course, unless we can prove this poster is 100% genuine, Commander Mode isn't something that has been confirmed officially for Battlefield 4 yet. Now, continuing to read down the poster, the second part does say Battlelog 2.0, and this of course has been confirmed. This is something that DICE and Battlefield on Twitter have talked about. There is actually even now a separate Twitter page just called Battlelog, and at the moment they're actually asking you to tweet in your suggestions of kind of changes and upgrades you would like to see in a Battlelog 2.0. So if any of you guys do have any cool ideas or suggestions that you want to kind of see on a new Battlelog, then add them on Twitter and leave them your thoughts and suggestions. Now, moving down from there, we can see Premium. Now, of course, this is no surprise for Battlefield 4. From all the pre-order information for Battlefield 4 already, we did know that Premium was going to be part of the stable diet for this game. And of course, it does say the first DLC will be Drone Strike, which is something we've known about now for about a month, maybe a month and a half. A picture of the kind of advertisement case for Battlefield 4 was kind of snapped, and you could see on there that it did say the first DLC for Battlefield 4 would be called Drone Strike. So no real new information there. Now, moving down to the final part of the poster, and probably the least exciting, it does mention the campaign, which of course is something we've all seen 17 minutes of now anyway, so that's nothing new or exciting there. Now, as I said at the beginning, there is no real way of telling at the moment if this poster is the genuine article, and I don't really like divulging into rumours too much, but it does come up with some interesting ideas, and something that really did catch my eye is actually the fact that it doesn't mention co-op. Now, if this was a genuine poster and there was co-op in the game, I would expect to see that maybe in the section about the campaign, or maybe even separate to that underneath. So the fact this poster doesn't say anything about co-op is quite an interesting thing to talk about. Now, if you think back to the release of Battlefield 3, or the pre-release to Battlefield 3, the co-op campaign was really something they tried to sell to everyone, really tried to push it out there because it was a new feature to the game. Now, of course, campaign alone is a new feature to Battlefield series. Bad Company 1 and Bad Company 2 were the first Battlefield games to have campaigns. So Battlefield 3 was the first genuine Battlefield game to have a campaign featured in it. Now, the co-op campaign to Battlefield 3 I actually thought was a genuinely good addition to the game. It kind of brought a middle ground between the campaign and the multiplayer online, giving you kind of missions that you recognise from the single player, but it also allowed you to unlock things and weapons that you could use in the multiplayer. So I think the co-op tried to bridge that gap that you often find in these types of games between the campaign and the online. So I really did enjoy the co-op with Battlefield 3. But at the same time, I do know people who after a year and a half have never played the campaign, let alone the co-op for this game. Some people, all they want to play is just the multiplayer that comes with Battlefield 4. Now, at the same time, I do know a few people who won't even let themselves play the multiplayer until they have played the campaign, to try and immerse themselves in the stories and the environments just that little bit more. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you play the multiplayers for these games? Did you enjoy the co-op for Battlefield 3? Would you like to see a co-op campaign for Battlefield 4 that had a very similar system to Battlefield 3 that allowed you to unlock weapons and items that you could then go on to use on the online? So tell me all that in the comment section below. Or maybe you think Battlefield should go back to the way it was with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 1942, where DICE very much concentrated on nothing but the multiplayer alone. So, you know, you felt you got a bit more of a completed experience with the multiplayer. I know a lot of people who say, I wish Battlefield would just concentrate on doing the multiplayer and just drop the single player campaign, and maybe we will get a finished and complete game on release rather than being patched over and over again because they're trying to do, you know, maybe a little bit more than they can do in the time period they're given of the 2-year life cycle. Maybe biting off just a little bit more than they can chew. I know myself that I will be doing the single player of Battlefield 4, not necessarily before the multiplayer. I normally play the single player and the multiplayer hand in hand. I find myself going onto the campaign probably when I'm a little bit too tired for an online intense battle, but I still want to chill out and play some games. That's when I kind of switch across to the single player so I can still get my fulfill of playing Battlefield. But anyway guys, that is all from me today. I want to hear from you in the comment section below. Do you want co-op in Battlefield 4? Or maybe you don't even want campaign in Battlefield 4 at all? Tell me all in the comment section below. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.